binding. He already has a yellow card. Keep pushing in. That's and Niang needs to find a way to give Ben Lamry and Issa Mandi more trouble. He has to let him understand that every time he gets the ball, there's somebody coming to grab the ball, like we had with that chance that the referee called a penalty for.
Back to Robbie Knock.
Here we go then. It's time for the second half of this final of the Total Africa Cup of Nations 2019 here in Egypt, here in Cairo. Will it be Algeria who lift the trophy for the first time in 29 years? Or will we see Senegal battle back from a goal down and win this competition for the very first time? Never done it before, the West Africans, the Lions of Teranga. Ball picked up and controlled well by Gassama. Oh, he gets brought down there by Benasser. Don't think you can challenge that decision by the referee to blow his whistle. Despite the apology. Born in Arles, the midfielder, the very swift and talented midfielder. Home of Van Gogh, of course, for a while. Bounedjah goes down this time. Mandy. Ben Lamry. And didn't really see anybody going in that direction. He complains that no one was heading off into the corner there, but he struck it before he actually lifted his head up. Bit of a blind pass. It's not a good ball. That's been picked up there by Belali. Good work there by Benasser with Faguli now. Out wide, Belali, the Esperance man. He's got some very silky footwork, and that's going to be a free kick, Benasser. Or maybe... Yep, that should be a goal kick, free kick. Doesn't really matter, it's the same thing, kind of. You see the presidential stand there. The representatives from Senegal Football Federation and the Algerian one as well. There's the two presidents as well. FIFA, CAF. That's a free kick. And there he is working so hard. Bounedjah really does have some, he puts in a lot of work, doesn't he? He's always moving around. It's exactly what you want from your striker. And now Mandy's moved up into position, the centre-back, 27-year-old. And a dangerous free kick for Senegal. Can't really afford to concede a second goal. Here's the delivery into the penalty box. And a couple of Algerians in position. Mahrez, oh, that's been blocked quite comfortably there by Sané. Sarr. Who's doing so well, Ismaïla Sarr. Watford had a £30 million offer rejected by Rennes. That's handball from Mane. Arsenal interested in the right winger, just 21 years of age. Slightly blatant there from the Liverpool winger. Liverpool forward. The Algerians in fine voice here in Cairo. Will we see more goals? It's a nice little move there. The ball picked up by Sabali. Produced a couple of really fine strikes in their victory over Tunisia in the semi-final. That's a nice touch as well. I start getting the ball out to Gassama and Sabini. This left back from Ren playing really well. That's a cross that's gone straight into the hands of Mboli. Not the ideal cross. No one really anywhere near that apart from the goalkeeper. One of those awkward strikers, really difficult to mark, but ball's been picked up here by Feghouli. Mahrez on the right-hand side. It's a nice ball over to the other side. Belali's little deft chip into the penalty box. And now Mane's got the ball, and Senegal pushing forward, surging forward. It's a chance, this, with Niang. Oh, its control just lets him down there. Ben Lamry takes it, and now Algeria pushing forward. They've got a few players, they need to be careful. Bounedjah. Oh, it's a good header as well there by Feghouli, but there's no one to link up with him. There's just running out of energy. There's going to be some fatigue coming into this match for these players in the second half. That was nearly play by Mane to keep the ball in play. Look at this touch off the back of the heel. That's the moment that he'd lost it. And Ben Lamry says, "Shukran, Anta Sadiki." Thank you, my friend. There's the ball's just been kicked off Guardiola, Nottingham Forest midfielder. Everybody knows the talent that Mahrez has, and Mane as well. Many neutrals thought that they would be the two players who would stand out from the crowd. I think that everybody really did. But I think that this game might be won by some of the other unsung heroes. Those players who work really hard, but don't take all of the glory. I'm talking about the midfielders, the likes of Saivat and Gana Gay and Guardiola Benacer. Sometimes the top players are expected to do so much, and you have to be able to deal with the pressure. Didn't really have much direction there. That phase of attack, Senegal. Sabali gets in the ball back to Papa Ndiaye. Playing his sixth match, sixth start for Senegal. It's a long ball that's just really gone into no man's land. And it's not really going to be a problem for Rais Mboli. With a decent header, Benacer trying to get the ball back to, oh, that's quite a flailing arm that goes into the face of Gassama. Just look at that, there's no need for that. And he picks up a yellow card for that as well, Youssef Belali. Recent winner of 2 African Champions League with Esperance of Tunis. Oh, it's a good move here with Mane picking the ball up. It's been teed up. It's an opportunity for Senegal. It's sent over into this corner here towards Gana Gay, but now Sabali, can he get a decent cross in? doesn't get past Mahrez. Mahrez picks the ball up, he steals it perfectly. Quick counter-attack, but the final touch there by Bounedjah, not good enough. Trying to get it right, both of these young coaches, both 43 years of age. Very similar trajectories professionally. Well, they come up against each other, trying to outwit each other here in this final. On the big stage, on the giant stage, the continent's biggest football match. And a free kick has been awarded there for Senegal. Guediora this time, penalised by Mr. Alioum. He's catching the left ankle of Mane. Saivet will look to deliver the perfect free kick. Dead ball specialist. There it is, lofted high into the penalty box, and well, there were two Senegal players looking to connect. Far too many Algerian defenders. Well, Ben Lamry was doing really well just to put in the block to prevent Koyate from coming in behind him. Guediora going down. Well, now it's time for a change. In a couple of minutes, I think. Bounedjah's second-minute goal separates these two nations in the final of Africa Cup of Nations here in Egypt. Another free kick. 2 yellow cards so far. It's taken quickly this time. Good control by Sabali, the Bordeaux player. Into the penalty box. It's a great turn! Oh my word! The boot came off and he's playing without a boot there, and it's been fired back in. Cleared by Benasser. No time to put it back on again. What a great ball that was. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Another one. Guediora is the player who actually knocks him down. Look at this. Sabali is the victim. And that was a fantastic ball, that really was. But a great block that came in. Just look at that. His shot wasn't good, though. It's the inside thigh there of Ben Lamry, I believe. But Mane's efforts not directed at the goalkeeper. Look at the boot comes off. And a free kick now. Sané standing on it along with Sabet. And Sabet, I think, will be the player who takes it. And Diatta comes on to replace Papa and Dai. And what a fine player he is. He's already scored 1 goal in this competition so far. Saibet's effort, it's a fine strike, but it's again directed straight at Kais Mboli. Easily read, easily spotted, and easily watched as it came just over the wall there, as it broke up and fragmented into his hands. No issues, no worries, no concerns, and the Algerian fans continue to breathe a sigh of relief as the Senegalese Lions of Teranga. This is a beautiful little piece of play down the right-hand side. Salah's got the ball. There are plenty of green shirts, plenty of Senegal players. The ball comes back. Is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? It's a penalty. And it was handball, and there it is. And now will we go and use VAR? I'm not too sure, but it was struck directly at the arm. And Mr. Alioum kind of hesitated, but he didn't. Let's have a look at this. Comes off the right arm of Guediora, and we've got a penalty. And I think this is just there's the arm's moving, see? And even if you try and disguise it, will we go up to the video assistant referee? I'm asking myself, or is this going to be the final word of Mr. Alioum? There we can see we're going to go up to VAR. Of course, Mr. Alioum will see if his colleagues can show him the images just to either cement his decision or not. It's now, what's your call on this? Ball's up there, the arm's behind the body. Is he moving the? He purposely moves his arm behind his body, Guedioura. Well, that's it's a very tight call, isn't it? That's a very tight call. Well, he's away from the monitor, away from the screen, back up onto the pitch, and there's his decision. Well, there you go. There you go. It's not being given. And Senegal can't believe it. They just can't believe it. His arm position was already there when the ball was being sent into the penalty box. He didn't purposely move it into position. His body was moving, but he was obviously trying to hide his arm, so the ball was kicked directly at him. And the decision goes against Senegal. No penalty. And it'll be a drop ball for, logically, for Algeria, and they'll kick the ball. Oh, it's just been dropped. It's just been given back to Mbole. Well, look at these Algerian fans. Now they, of course, are just jumping with joy because, oh, they've got a little bit of lady luck on their side now. And Guedioura, the Nottingham Forest midfielder, will be absolutely relieved to bits because, well, that could have gone either way. And I think that if we hadn't had VAR, of course, it would have been a penalty. But the decision, initially by Mr. Sidi Alioum, well, was finally overturned, having looked at the images with the screen and the replays. 1-0 it is for Algeria still, with 27 minutes remaining in the final of this 32nd edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Gomez sends the ball deep down into Algerian territory. It's cleared there by Zefan. Savet gets the ball out. Sabali can't control it. It's too far behind him. Slightly misunderstood. There's a couple of players on each side warming up, but most of them are still in the dugout, just waiting. That's a good through ball, a very good through ball to Fekhouli, just on the edge of the penalty area. That's a great piece of defensive play there from Sané. Kept a cool head and made the challenge, saw that it was there, it was on, stole the ball. And the Schalke man, Brahimi's warming up here. Senegal taking the ball into Algerian territory. Sabali just with a nice little through ball. It's been picked up. And it's been very well picked up as well by Diatta. Saivet, and this time the free kick goes against Senegal. Good player to bring on for Algeria, of course. He's got not just got the experience, but he's got the midfield know-how, and a good player with is capable of scoring goals. And that just cut out quite confidently there by Sané. It's a good ball to Gassama by Diatta. Great control, good opportunity. Senegal! Oh, he's hit it high! He's hit it high! Away from the target there, just on the right-hand side. Niang was just in a very good position. It's a beautiful run. Goalkeeper Mboli comes out, but the angle is so acute that he just can't get it round and get a shot in on target. Ball rolling away from him. Might have possibly been better trying to get the ball back into the near the penalty spot. Will it start to open up? Oh, that's a beautiful challenge again, this time from Koyate. Gassama picks it up. Back to the captain. Picks the deflection. There's Gassama with the follow-up header. That's a challenge. Then Sabaini has already picked up a yellow card. A certain Frank Ribéry, who making the journey over here to Cairo to support the Algerians. Ball just rolls out. Of course, a wonderful player with Bayern Munich in his heyday. That's a nice touch. It's a very good touch. This is Sarr with a good opportunity here. Gets the ball to Sadio Mane. A little bit too close for comfort with Sabali back to Saivet. And Kanagay. It's a good block, that is. A very good block there by Guediora. Faguli with a follow-up header. And it's going to be a free kick on Diatta. Well, ever since he's come on, he's putting in a pretty good shift, Diatta, I must admit. Saivet with the ball at his feet. Going for the chip into the penalty box. It's met immediately there by Bounedjah, who puts in a good defensive header. Here's Sadio Mane. Mane is going to take on his man. He's going to take on Zafran. That's a nice little ball. Will he try and get the ball back? Well, the answer to that is no, but it's picked up by Saouli's shot. It's a great one as well. And it's parried over the crossbar with a wonderful save there from Mboli, who needed to provide us with a fine piece of leaping skill there to keep the ball away from the target. He thumped that beautifully. That was going in. It's a rocket shot. Thunderous. Packed full of strength. A corner we have with Samet down on the right-hand side, left-hand side, depending where you are, about to loft it into the danger area and try and see if anybody's there. It's short. Oh, that's a little bit dangerous. Deflection takes the ball back into the hands of the goalkeeper. Raiz Mboli. Nearly lost his fingertips with the power and strength of that strike. It was a stinger. Saivet. Guediora. looking a little bit sluggish in the way that he was trying to retrieve himself. We can see that there's not much time left to play, and Bounajar of Al-Sadd Qatar is the player who has separated these two teams so far. There's a nice surging run there, Ben Lamry. Saying something to Ismaila Sarr there, just following his attempted block. Changes, or will there be changes? Aliou Cissé, he's got to have something up his sleeve. At the same time, we know that El Mahdi also has some fine tactics that he uses, of course, to have got his Desert Foxes so far in this competition. Now there are less than 20 minutes away from lifting the Africa Cup of Nations for a second time, excluding extra minutes thrown in by the referee for added time. And of course we're going to have changes, we're going to have players who come on, and you can see that there is Diane, the giant centre forward, who's going to get his chance to come on. 6'4", that's not bad for a striker, is it? Normally you'd associate those kind of heights with centre-backs, defenders, predominantly centre-backs. The odd striker here or there. 6'4". Well, I can tell you that, well, they really are hitmen, aren't they? Giants of world football. So difficult to defend when they're being targeted with a high ball, especially in the latter stages of a game when players are tired, not just physically but mentally, after a very long campaign played out in hot conditions like we've seen here in Cairo. 59% to 41, Algeria. 9 shots to 1. Mahrez goes down. Brought down by Servette. And a free kick it is for the Desert Foxes, who want to slow this game down a little bit more. Sitting on that 1-goal lead, that 1-goal advantage that is giving them the hope that they can go all the way once again. Lofted ball into the penalty area by Mahrez. It's a beauty as well, but it's met by Sané. It's gone off. And it's going to be a corner. Ben Sabeni, maybe Mandy will come up as well. Two players with good with the head. That's under there by Gassama. Oh, it's well played. It's just gone over and onto the netting of the goal there. Took a deflection. You can see that. Nearly caught Gomez out once again with a deflection from his teammate this time. I think it was Diane. There's another corner. It's parried away this time by Gomez, and finally Sama smashes the ball upfield. And that's Ben Lamry, who claims that he got hit in the side of the face. Mane? Oh, there is... yeah, OK. I think the evidence is there on this occasion. OK, well, that's a fair challenge. But it's most definitely a head to the eye, and it's a very nasty cut, in fact. And he will need some treatment there. And of course he wants to play on. That's really nasty. Let's have a look at that again. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on, they both went for the ball. And Diane is going to come on now. and he'll replace Saivet. So the Giant comes on. Giant centre forward. And it's starting to get a little bit tight and nervous now for Senegal. We've seen last-minute goals scored in this competition. Oh yes, we've seen a fair few, haven't we? Well, first of all, there should be someone on the pitch dealing with that cut. So hopefully they're there by now. Yes, we can see them arriving now, but it's a nasty cut. Get the Vaseline on there or whatever you want to do to stop the bleeding. And in the meantime, he's got a problem. He might have to change his centre-back there because that's a lot of blood. And Ben Lamry is obviously needs treatment. They'll carry on, of course. Gassama taking the throw-in. Senegal, they got an extra player on the pitch for a moment, and it's a centre-back, so it's an opportunity for them to take advantage. Savali has the ball at his feet down the left-hand side. We've got just less than 15 minutes to go. That's Diatta, and he gets the ball there, man. If he can get his shot in. Well, he's lucky there, very lucky. And Boli, because... And also Mandy coming across. Didn't he do well there, Sadio Mane? Nearly got behind it to unleash a shot there. Diatta. Diatta's... it's been pushed away there by Mboli, and that's going to be a free kick. Mboli goes down. Well, there's the big plaster that's put on the side of his cheek. We'll see it from a different angle, but he'll come back on. He wants to fight for this. He wants to be on the pitch when the final whistle is blown, regardless of what happens. Where's he off to? Bounedjah's second-minute goal separates Senegal and Algeria here in the Cup of Nations final, 2019 Egypt. Well, this is Ericano Otogo Castan of Gabon, who's telling him to change. He has to change his shorts because they're covered in blood. I think that's what he's referring to. Belali and Gassama. Well, is he being allowed to get back on the pitch? He's not allowed to get back on the pitch until he changes his shorts. Maybe just change with a teammate and just get back out there. There you go, that's what's happening now. He's got his new pair of shorts on and he's back out to the pitch. And this is turning into a bit of a feisty affair now for the last 10 minutes, as you can see. That challenge by Mane wasn't deliberate, of course. It was just the way it was. Belali now goes down. And there he is, new pair of shorts. And the fourth official finally lets go of him. He's back on the pitch, and Idrissa Gueye picks up a yellow card for treading on the feet of Belali. Not the right through ball, was it, from Sarr? Picked up by Sabaini. Well played there by Sané. It's a good ball. Control just letting him down there, Diagne. Bilali doing well. Benasser. That's a challenge there from Gassama that might see him pick up a yellow card. Well, I'm just asking myself, are they losing their cool now just as we approach the last 10 minutes? There's a good kick to the ankle, wasn't it? Can call it good. That's a second yellow in the space of, what, 3 minutes? I'm afraid that's not good enough. You have to keep focused, remain disciplined. It's frustrating, yes it is. When you look at the scoreline up on the big screens and you can see that you're trailing by a goal to nil and you're thinking that the time is running out. Well, you've got to really dig deep. These are the moments that provide us with great comebacks. These are the times where we can show how strong we are mentally. At the same time, maybe it's destiny as well. Maybe it's destined to be all about Algeria, this competition, for them to go all the way, undefeated. Jamel Belmadi is now about to make some changes. And of course, they'll make those changes to fit the game plan, to try and outsmart, outfox Aliou Cissé. But he's done extremely well, Cissé, so far. And I'm just wondering whether or not they will nick an equaliser. Well, Bounedja's got the ball and he's just gone down. The referee says play on, runs into the central defender there. Koyate goes down. Falls on deaf ears. Gassama into the midfield, picked up by Carnegie, and out wide to Sabali. Sabali down to Mane. Mane lost the ball into the penalty box, it's headed away. Here's Diatta to Mane. Mane gets the ball back deep. Sané goes down. There's an opportunity here with Diatta, puts the ball on, lost the ball into the penalty area. There's a good shot for a shot! Oh, it's Sarr who can't keep it down. He had it there, he had the time. He had time to dream about the goal that was going to go in. And all he needed to do was wait that extra split second for it to drop just a little bit lower before he made contact. Brahimi comes on to replace Bilali. '29-year-old player for Porto. Yassine Brahimi coming off, the Esperance man. Yassine Brahimi.
First substitution for Algeria. Player number 8, Youssouf Belaili, leaves the field for player number 11, Yassine Brahimi.
And there's going to be another change, I think, with Mehdi Jean, who's going to come on as well. Free kick for Senegal. Less than 7 minutes to go before the 90 are up. We'll have about 3 or 4 minutes of extra time. There is no doubt about that. So we'll give it 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes for Senegal to restore parity, or for Algeria to hold on and celebrate victory. He's going to go off, Ben Lamry, of course. Oh no, he's not. He's going to stay on. Sorry, Tarat's coming on. Fagouli's going off. Quite Balde will come on. Who's he going to place? Niang, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Niang is coming off. Great player, Keita Balde. So Here are the changes. These are the changes.
For Senegal, player number 9,
Bounedjah.
for player number 11,
Oh, the hands went up, and that's going to be a free kick. Zafan will take this. 5 minutes to go. Mahrez chopped down again. This time by Sabali. And you can see that there's just that very, very early goal. And it's a crazy goal as well. Ben Sabani's control, letting him down just ahead of Gassama, the Göztepe Spor, callable player. Turkey. Ben Sabani in for the challenge, and there was Ben Lamry's brought down. Gassama surrounded by desert foxes, but does well. Guediora. Now it's been picked up here. The danger is here. Diatta sends the ball down to Keita Balde. Keita Balde up against Zafan. Oh, he gets chopped down there. That's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position. And Algeria will now have to really get all of their players back behind in front of the ball here to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere near their goalkeeper. Raisambuli conceded 2 goals. Algeria scored 13 goals in this competition so far. It'll mean nothing if they lose this final, but they're leading by a goal to 0. And Diatta will take the free kick. He's going to fire a hard free kick into the penalty box and hope that it comes off someone's legs. Here he is, Diatta, and it goes very high and away from the target. And that really is a poorly struck free kick from a very fine position. Well, Slimani now comes on. Bounedjah goes off, the goal scorer for Al Sadd in Qatar. And of course, they want to get this moving quite quickly. Let's have a look at his goal. This is the goal that Gomez didn't even follow. The night that Gomez didn't follow the ball after that ball just came off the leg of Sané, the Schalke central defender flew high and into the back of the net. Baghdad Bounedjah.
Player number 9, Baghdad Bounedjah, leaves the field for player number 13, Islam Slimani.
There is Slimani coming on. Fenerbahce player, on loan from Leicester City. Former Sporting player and Newcastle United, of course, from Algiers. And a fine opportunist striker he is. And he chases absolutely everything. You'll see that. We have 1 minute to go before 90 minutes are up. 3-4 minutes of added time doesn't leave too much time for Senegal to score an equaliser. Will they take this game to extra time? Will they take the final into extra time? They're getting frustrated at the moment. And Belmadi has made plenty of changes. was Guediora committing the foul. Oh, that's a real nasty chop tackle, isn't it? Free kick it is. It doesn't get past the first defenders. Sama fires another high ball, tries to pick out the big man, Diagne. Well, that's just been run out, but it's going to be a goal kick. And 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes for Algeria to hold on, or Senegal to score an equaliser. Will Mahrez celebrate an Algerian victory? Or can Mane's men get themselves that goal? And that will send this game into a different dimension indeed. Ball goes out of play. Sabali. Keita Balde, unable to get the flick. The ball's blasted away. Any possible way by Ben Lamry. And there's a player who's just been knocked down, and just trying to understand what happened there. I think it's Diagne who just got knocked down. Mandy needs to keep his cool, and he's being told that by Guediora. He picks up a yellow card, and it's going to be another free kick, I think, unless we're just going to have the throw-in. No, it's just a throw-in, of course, with Sabali, the Bordelais. Free kick. Well, they really are leaving it to the last minute if they are going to score an equaliser. 11 shots, 3 on target. And here's Ganagay lofting it into the penalty area. Who's going to go and try and meet that? No one, because it's Rai Samboli. He does take the ball. It's pretty simple. Unchallenged. The Algerian goalkeeper brings an end to another phase of attack. Sané. And that's a free kick, little push in the back from Slimani. Just over a minute to go. Well, they're going to be entering Heartbreak Hotel once again, I get the impression, Senegal, unless. After their loss in 2002, which was even probably more difficult to digest as it went to penalties against Cameroon, Senegal look like they are going to lose this from a very early fluky goal. Also a piece of poor defensive play, but they've got a free kick. They've got a free kick, and they've got a yellow card dished out once again, Algeria, to Guediora. Is this the chance they've been looking for? Can they get the equaliser and send this game to extra time? There's the foul on it. Well, 2 players, but it's a handball, in fact. They've got a replacement goalkeeper if they need one. They've not produced the best free kicks in this match tonight. Senegal, the dead ball specialist, Semet, has gone off. You got these two who are on the pitch, of course, with Ganagay, the Everton midfielder, along with Sané. Sané looks like he's going to try and produce a pile driver, the Schalke man, but he needs to get past the wall. It's the last chance of the game. Sadio Mane. Sané with the shot. It's blocked. It's blocked. And the referee blows the whistle. Algeria are champions of Africa. Algeria have done it. They won their second Africa Cup of Nations title and their first in 29 years. And Jamel Belmadi has really produced a remarkable coaching performance over the last month and over the campaign, of course, of qualification, because they thoroughly deserve it. Maybe not tonight, maybe they've been a little bit lucky, but in general I think that no one's going to say that Algeria don't deserve to win this 2019 edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. They've worked hard, they battled hard, and they produced some compelling football. They've looked strong, they've looked focused, and they put together performances unlike many of the other teams competing here in Egypt.
Thank you very much, Robbie Knox. So for the second time in their history, Algeria are the kings of Africa. They have certainly been the best team in Egypt. Sulaiman Folarin, your thoughts on this final?
Very disappointing final, I'll be very honest with you. Very chippy. Poor officiating from referee Alioum. In my opinion, Bakary Gassama of Gambia should have officiated this game. And you can see, I mean, the Senegalese players, they played the better game. Algeria was